Good evening, people. Right, it's just gone 8:30, and I've had a busy day away from the charts again today. Lots of family stuff, so I did manage to get home about 5:30 after leaving at approximately. Well, I left a trade on when I left. Euro 11.50, which 2 hours different. 9.50. No, not that one. Euro 13.16, which is 11.16. So yeah, I had to leave my charts about 20 past 11, and got back about 5 o'clock, 5:30ish. So managed 5 trades, 5 good trades. The last one was this one, and so the reason I say this, guys, is because anyone that has followed me for a long time and understands what I do here, it's straightforward, simple candlestick analysis, along with a very vague but useful indicator. It just saves time switching between charts when I want to have a look quickly at something. I can see New Zealand dollar is strong, and in this instance now JPY is weak, so I can quickly flick to that and see what is going on. NJ, where are you, NJ? There. Simple, that's what that's for. So New Zealand dollar strong, it says everything. And then, for example, if I'm looking for an H4 chart, or an H4 trade should I say, then I will be looking for something like this, a big H4 candle, and seeing where it is in relation to support and resistance, highs and lows of H4 candles over here. So this evening's play was literally a pile from left to right until I found a candle that looked big enough. And I don't really trade the stocks, and I'm not really interested in gold at the moment. I'm not zoned in on that one. When I get zoned in, then I'll be trading that up, down and sideways, but at the moment I'm sticking to the currency pairs. Euro NZD has been an absolute blinder so far this week because of this weekly candle here, massive weekly candle. Did my homework on Sunday, predicted that we could quite possibly get a reversal, come into the reversals using the lower time frame 3 candle reversals. It's all done safely, it's all done mechanically, and it's as near, I would say this method of mine is as near mechanical as you can possibly get. And then you've got the histo, the RSI histo alert that I absolutely love. It's only been on my charts probably about the last 5 or 6 months now. Time flies, but I implore you to have a play with it yourselves. So this evening's trade, H4, apologies now for all the lines on here, this is sort of take 2, but if you look at the H4 candle, it was massive, but with this massive candle on the left hand side, we had a massive gap to the next potential resistance. And my mantra is we trade tests and retests of old resistance becoming support, and old, which is this instance here, an old support being tested as resistance once it's broken. So why did I take this one? Well, 3 things. The ADR was low, it was about 175 compared to the 5-day average of 217, so shorts or a continuation as opposed to a reversal would be my first choice. Euro was way up here on the weakness, and New Zealand dollar was way down here, over 7 and under 1 on the weakness, over 7 on the strength. So everything was starting to stack up. The histo looked right as well, so it was just a question of waiting for, or looking at everything that was going on the charts. We could see we were below S1. Everything was screaming short on the histos. Lower time frame, obviously, which is what I use for the entries. We had a big confirmation to the downside here. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, and close below that green candle I'm talking about there. Stick that on just so you know which one I'm talking about. So I would expect a trade to happen here, but I wasn't here anyway. And if we go down on the lower time frames again, you may say, well, this is sideways and it looks terrible, but this, the big round number below, they act as a magnet. The big boys love to trade these things. And then the way that this particular candle, my entry, had closed through all the lows of all these candles here, that is an absolute screaming reason for taking a trade. You've got to remember also that, and this I don't mention much, or I haven't mentioned at all in fact, and it's another thing, I've done this for so long now, everything is subconscious. That H4 candle will most likely produce some sort of movement, one way or the other, because it's such a big time of day. And some will say, oh, H4s, they close all different times. Well, most traders that trade or have any knowledge of H4s will agree that it is aligned with the American markets. So you can have H4, say for example on the ONA platform, totally wrong. There's lots of platforms. I know that one is different, definitely or it used to be anyway, because I used to have a live account with them, then I closed it. Used to have their H4 close at a different time than the Americans, and it was just total rubbish. So it's aligned with the American market. The H4 candle will create a movement. It does at 6 a.m. and it quite often does at 6 in the evening. And the point being, it doesn't matter whether it moves up or down, it will move. And if it don't look like it's going to move up, then it's highly likely it's going to move down. We now have a sort of typical bounce back to the hourly 8 EMA. That happened. I didn't trade it, but you can see how infrequently that does happen. It's just like a rubber band effect. It's inevitable that it will happen, and that's why it's on my charts, because it's another high probability trading opportunity, providing my 3 candle reversals match up. And as you can see on this 5 minute, it does. Got the reversal there with that candle, then a pullback. We haven't reversed down and reversed back up again. Then we've had the pullback once sold resistance is used to the pip as support. How many times do I say this in my videos? At least 3 or 4 times in every video. We're up to about 360 odd, I should think, by now. And then continuation. And it's likely to continue here. This method I use is a scalper's paradise. So anyway, back to this trade. I took it based on that, the H4 candle, time of day, and that's it. What can I say, really? The big round number did its stuff, got hit. They obviously found stops behind there, I should think, which is why it's used as a target more often than not, as a place to push the price to, should I say, which is why all we do as retail price action traders is follow the big boys. So that's it, guys. What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winning trades, and I've been in front of the charts for very little time today, in fact. So 11:20 to 5:30. That's a fair old break, 6 hours away from the charts. So the point is, it's a solid mechanical method. It took me 4.5 years to become profitable. I'm now in my at least 16th, possibly 17th year when I first opened a chart. This, in my opinion, will shortcut your process to becoming consistently profitable by a huge amount if you are prepared to spend the time. My videos must be so boring because everyone is almost identical, and that's got to be the best possible indication that a method works. High probability method. Look, I just said this is highly likely to go to that level, and there it's gone. And that in itself, probably from about there up to there, 11 pips, that's twice my daily requirement just in that little move there. And you know, I said it might happen, or is highly likely to happen, and it has. And that's what a trade, guys. You know, this is a textbook pump or break of resistance, tested as support. You know, you can look at it on the 1 minute as well. There's your break of resistance, comes back, tests it as support to the pip, and then continues on up, and there it goes. So guys, you know, please give my method the time it deserves, because it's free. I mean, what's it cost you? Time. And you know, I can't even count the amount of time I've wasted looking at umpteen other methods. This works really well, guys. So anyway, if you like this video, give it a like, please subscribe, and always ask questions, guys. You know, when you do ask questions, please, you know, try and use something as close to this template as possible, and give me pictures. Make sure you hide your account details if you happen to take the complete terminal picture, as it were, as opposed to just the picture of the chart. I don't want those being broadcast all over the internet, nor do you. Well, you more than me. And yeah, put annotations on the charts as well. If you're not clear about something, draw it on the charts. You know, just if you're not sure about how to do that, it's press the text thing up there, and I want to know this. And that's how you get your stuff on the charts. Okay, and you can move it about and draw lines and arrows and all sorts. Please do that. I'm here to help, and you know, when I teach you, I learn every moment I'm staring at these charts. And look how that's moved now. It's gone beautifully, probably from about there, you know, 19 pips now. So it does what it says on the tin. Have a great evening. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.